will you post your Spotify Wrapped?
No one wants to see that. What's up? I'm Johnny Collinson, here to answer your questions.
Have to pick one, Snowbird or Alta?
I'm gonna go with Snowbird.
How did you get your first major sponsorship?
I would say it was all through competing at the time. So this was around 2010, 2011. My first major sponsor was just gear, but it was a big brand, Smith Optics. And then my first paycheck was pretty soon after. And it was because I was performing well on the Freeride World Tour, and eventually that led to filming as well.
Can I work out with you?
Yeah, come on over.
A lot of food ones. What's your favorite guilty pleasure food?
Ramen. I don't even know if that's that guilty. I feel good when I eat it.
How much money do you make? We talking the rock money or used car salesman?
Definitely more towards the used car salesman. Definitely not on the rocks level. You know, probably like a moderately successful finance bro.
Ever had a code brown in nature?
No, never peed my pants on a ski mish. Lots of friends that have. I mean, code browns I think are okay. Just don't do it in the skin track. Everyone has a code brown in nature, right? We're humans, 24-hour cycle. It's gonna happen if you spend time outside. Don't be a surface pooer. If you gotta go, bury it. Don't leave your toilet paper there, sticking around. Don't leave your turd on the surface. Not okay. Not okay.
Didn't you climb the 7 summits? What was that like?
It was awesome. So the 7 summits is the highest peak on each continent, and I got to climb those when I was 17 in 1 year, which was pretty awesome. It was pretty foundational for my career as a mountain athlete. Learned a lot of good skills. It really showed me what I wanted to do, because at the time I was thinking I might be a mountain guy, but walking down Everest with crampons on, I was like, why am I doing this? I need to ski. So it was walking off Everest that I was like, I'm gonna ski down mountains, not walk down mountains.
What's your #1 diet/nutrition tip that's helped you get back to peak fitness?
I think there's a couple. The #1 thing, just to reiterate, whole foods. But from an injury perspective, getting enough protein is really important. I'm personally not vegan or vegetarian. I do eat animal proteins, which makes it a little bit easier. There's obviously more sources. But so it's just important to get enough protein. Like when you're injured, your body needs that protein to rebuild, regrow, muscle atrophy happens. So through the whole process of being injured, just making sure I was getting enough protein and spacing it out well through the day, because I used to have a bad habit of slamming way too many grams of protein at once. Your body can't actually do anything with the extra protein. It's not like a carb or a fat where it's gonna store it. So it's important to space out like 30-gram servings of protein throughout the day, and then your body's actually able to kind of uptake that and utilize it.
How much do you miss a nice cold Coors?
Honestly, not that much. So to back this up, I used to party pretty hard. It's like pretty prevalent in the ski industry that skiing, drinking beer go hand in hand. And I took full advantage of that for years. Once I got injured and I really started to try and take care of myself, and I was pulling apart all the pieces, nutritionally, physical training, everything. It was like alcohol just didn't really have a place to fit in that puzzle. I took a couple years off, just like stone cold, no drinking, and I really enjoyed it. It was nice to not feel like crap. And then eventually now it's like, I feel okay having a beer here or there if I want to, but I honestly don't want to more often than not. Brooke can be a good testament to the goods of me not drinking. Make more flights. I mean, I missed 1 flight.
Which area of skiing are you going to push the next years?
Probably more of a ski mountaineering side of it. I would say. A lot of like foot power objectives and bringing the kind of fast free ride skiing into those environments. So yep, instead of using like snowmobiles, snowcats, or helicopters, try and access similar terrain by foot and ski it relatively the same as I might got plopped with the heli.